Hi Chandler, this is Alan Cockle with ABC, former hitting coach with Colorado Rockies and the Seattle Mariners. I'm going to take a look at your video today. Do a lot of things good right here in your setup. I mean, we're under balance. Our knees are inside of our feet. Our head is nice and centered right inside of our knees, right over our belt buckle. Really good position. We've got good athletic bend in our knees. Everything looks good. Like the position of your hands up here, shoulder height. You know, we got a nice relaxed front elbow right there. I mean, this looks picture perfect to me. So we're just going to run this forward to your load. I know that you got your foot down early. Okay, you got your foot down here, and now we're going to start to go again. So even if you get your foot down early, okay, I'm gonna stride, I'm gonna get the separation, my hands are gonna go back, my foot's gonna get down, and now if I go again, it's not until we fully get the heel on the ground, right back here, am I fully loaded. Okay, most guys that toe's gonna land first, but it's not until that heel hits down into the ground, right there, am I fully loaded. See where the heel starts to get down onto the ground. Okay, now we're going to look at some of those same things. My knees inside my feet? Yes, they are. Do I have good equal bend in both knees? Got good bend there. We got good bend there. I'm going to take a look at my hips. I want to make sure that my hips are staying square to home plate. I'm not getting an early leak out with that front hip. And probably the biggest thing that I look at, Chandler, and the thing that will make a lot of other things go really, really bad is this stride foot. If this stride foot opens up more than 45 degrees, bad things start to happen. This front hip will start to leak open a little bit quick. This front knee will start to stiffen up a little bit too quick. As you can see here, you're at 46 degrees, so you're right there. You're in a good position. That's staying closed up, and that's keeping those hips in there, and that's putting you in a good position to start your swing. Okay? Now when we start our swing in the load, what we do is we get all that weight right back into here, the inside part of this leg. All right, now when I start my swing with my lower half, that back knee is going to drive forward, and I'm going to shift that weight or transfer that weight into the inside part of that front thigh. Okay? You see, you start to do that. That's a good position to get into. Now the first move with the hands is, it's not really with the hands. The elbow will drop underneath the hands, and it'll drop into a slot right here next to the rib cage and the back hip. Okay? So let's see if that happens. Perfect. Drops right in there. Now what we want to see here is I want to see shoulder, elbow, and back hip all in alignment. That's called the connection. And I add the connection up with that drive from that back knee into that front thigh. Now as I get to this connected point, now from here, what I want to see is I want to see my hands start to work in front of that connection. You can see here your hands are starting to work in front of your body. We're going to get them just past the center of gravity, right there, which is your belt buckle or your belly button. Now the hands will continue to work in front of your body so we can take it out here to contact. Okay? At contact, what do we want to see? We want to see palm up, palm down. You're right there. Perfect. We want to see head and eyes looking right down the barrel of the bat at contact. Absolutely perfect. I want you to know, Chandler, as soon as those head and eyes come up out of your swing, they come off the ball to follow the flight of the ball, where I've hit the ball. The barrel of your bat is going to follow your head and eyes. Okay? So basically, when I bring my head up in my swing or after my swing is over. It doesn't matter. I cannot get any more extension or any more drive through the baseball. As soon as my head and eyes come up, the barrel's following that. So one of the things that I do with my guys in BP a lot is we will play around where we're going to keep our head and eyes in the hitting zone and not even bring them up to follow the flight of the ball. And we do that because we want our habit to be our head and eyes are staying down for at least one count after contact. So contact, Head and eyes are there. Now after one count, I can bring my head up and I can follow the flight of the ball. So your head and eyes are in a really good position right there. Okay, we'll run this forward. And once we get through contact, we want to see good extension, which I see. The barrel of your bat is facing the pitcher. Looks good. Okay, then we want to just see a nice, full, long finish up here. Okay, the only thing that I see here is we're just kind of pulling our hands across a little bit, and that's basically because that head's still sitting back here on that back leg, and all the weight is staying back here. I don't know if you've heard the term stay back, but basically what staying back means is keeping this knee right here inside your front foot. Okay, if that knee gets out over the front foot, I'm no longer back. Okay, so when I get to contact, it's okay to drive into that front leg. As long as this knee stays inside, I don't need to leave my head all the way back there on my back leg. Okay, I do like the fact that you're keeping your head and eyes down in the hitting zone. We just don't need to let it sit back there on that back leg. So here's what I'm going to suggest. We're going to do some tee work away. We're going to get to the loaded position. Remember, the loaded position is when that back heel plants into the ground. Okay, I'm going to set a tee on the outside part of the plate, even with my stride foot. All right, I'm going to put ball out here. Now, you're going to take that same swing that you take. You're going to drive your back knee into your front leg right here. We're going to shift that weight or transfer that weight into that front side. You're going to get that good connection with your shoulder, elbow, and your hip right there. That's all good. Now what we're going to do is, but at this particular point, your head is sitting over your belly button, which is your center of gravity. And that's a good place for it to be. Remember, staying back means keep this knee inside this front foot. All right? So what I want you to do is I want you to drive this ball that's on the outer third of the plate, or the outside part of the plate. I want you to drive hard line drives through the second baseman, or hard line drives into the right center field gap. And it's okay to let this head get out here over this belly button, okay, or out here over your belt buckle. It's okay to let it get there so you can keep the extension of your bat staying through the ball at contact. All right, from here, if that head were sitting more in this area, then we could keep extension here, follow through, finish. Our arc would look something like that. Okay, that head kind of falls back, and we just pull our hands across. All right, so there's extension. Now we start to bring it this way, and we'll end up going that way, and we'll end up pulling it across this way. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, we just kind of pull it across. That's basically because your head's just sitting back there on that backside. So it's okay to let that head get over your center of gravity. Let it get over here so that we can get good extension through that ball and get a little bit longer arc. All right, bud? Thanks for coming to our camp, and good luck.